Hello guys, this is a seminar presentation by Tensi Tommy and the topic of my seminar is Example 2.7 of Chapter 5 Singularities. The problem is to show that integral 0 to infinity sin x by x dx equal to pi by 2. For this, consider the function f of z equal to e raised to iz by z. Clearly, this function is not analytic at z equal to 0. Therefore, z equal to 0 is an isolated singularity of e raised to iz by z. Also, limit z tends to 0 mod f of z equal to infinity. This clearly implies that z equal to 0 is a pole of e raised to iz by z. Also, f of z into z minus e, that is e raised to iz by z into z equal to e raised to iz. We know that e raised to iz is an entire function. Therefore, we can say that f has a pole of order 1 at z equal to 0. Therefore, we can conclude that f of z equal to e raised to iz by z has a simple pole at z equal to 0. Let this be our contour C. This contour C consists of semicircle C1 given by mod z equal to r and imaginary part of z is greater than 0 and a line segment of real axis from minus capital R to minus R. The semicircle capital gamma given by mod z equal to small r and imaginary part of z is greater than 0. The line segment of real axis from small r to capital R. It follows from Cauchy's theorem that integral over C f equal to 0. C can be broken down into the semicircle C1 line segment minus capital R to minus R, semicircle capital gamma line segment small r to capital R. And also we know that z equal to x plus iy. When z is on the x-axis, y equal to 0. That is z equal to x. Therefore, on line segments minus capital R to minus R and R capital R, instead of f of z, we can write f of x. Therefore, integral over C f equal to 0 can be written as integral over C1 f of z dz plus integral over minus capital R to minus R f of x dx plus integral over gamma f of z dz plus integral over R to capital R f of x dx equal to 0. In this problem, we will find the value of each of these terms separately. First, we consider the term integral over R to capital R f of x dx and integral over minus R to minus capital R to minus R f of x dx and add them. And thus we will obtain this is equal to integral over small r to capital R e raised to ix by x dx plus integral over minus capital R to minus R e raised to ix by x dx. And this is equal to integral over small r to capital R e raised to ix by x dx minus integral over small r to capital R e raised to minus ix by x dx. Here there is difference only in the second term. Here the sign changes and also e raised to ix becomes e raised to minus ix. And this arises when we substitute for u equal to minus u. When we substitute for u equal to minus x. Therefore du will become minus dx and on substituting for in the second term, that is integral minus capital R to minus R e raised to ix by x dx, we will obtain this form that you can try by yourself. Also, For both these terms, now the limit values are the same, that is from small r to capital R. Therefore, we can combine these two terms. We can combine these two terms and write integral over small r to capital R e raised to ix minus e raised to minus ix by x dx. On multiplying and dividing by 2i, we will obtain the equation in this form. And we know e raised to ix minus e raised to minus ix by 2i equal to sin x. On substituting this, now our equation will become like this, that is 2i into integral small r to capital R sin x by x dx. Now we are letting the small capital R to infinity and small r to 0. When this is done, then our term will become 2i into integral 0 to infinity sin x by x dx. Now let us consider the next term, integral over gamma f of z dz. That is integral over gamma f of z dz equal to integral over gamma e raised to iz by z dz. Now we introduce a new parameter, gamma of t equal to gamma into e raised to I into pi minus t for 0 less than or equal to t less than or equal to pi. On taking the first derivative, d gamma by dt equal to minus I into gamma e raised to gamma of t equal to r into e raised to I into pi minus t. Therefore, on taking first derivative, we will obtain this form, and here this r into e raised to I into pi minus t. This is gamma of t. Therefore, we will obtain the first derivative as minus I into gamma of t. Now, for substituting for z as gamma of t, our equation will become like this. And on cancelling this gamma of t and taking minus I outside, our equation will become minus I into integral over 0 to pi e raised to I gamma of t dt. In this term, when we let r tends to infinity, this whole term, that is I r e raised to I into pi minus t also tends to 0. Therefore, we will obtain as when r tends to 0 minus I into integral over 0 to pi e raised to 0 dt. Therefore, this e raised to 0 is equal to 1. Therefore, minus I into integral 0 to pi dt, and which is equal to minus I pi. Therefore, we get integral over gamma f of z dz equal to minus I pi as r tends to 0. Now consider the next term, integral over c1 f of z dz. That is integral over c1 f of z dz equal to integral over c1 e raised to iz by z dz. Now we introduce the parameter psi of t equal to r capital R into e raised to it for 0 less than or equal to t less than or equal to pi, and on taking first derivative, this is equal to I into capital R into e raised to it, and that is I into phi of t. For again, as proceeding as above, for substituting, we are substituting in the place of z phi of t, and on cancelling phi of t and taking I outside, we get I into integral over 0 to pi e raised to I into r into e raised to it dt. Now consider the modulus of this term, and on substituting for e raised to it, that is expanding for e raised to it, we will get e raised to I into capital R cos t plus I sin t dt. This is equal to, and that here this plus term we are splitting that, so it will become e raised to I capital R cos t into e raised to minus R sin t dt, and this is less than or equal to here we are taking the modulus inside, therefore this is less than or equal to integral over 0 to pi mod e raised to I capital R cos t into mod e raised to minus R sin t dt. Here for this term, that this is in the form of e raised to I capital R into cos t. This R is also a real number, cos t is also a real number. Therefore we know e raised to I into real number, this is equal to 1 because on unit circle every single point is exactly 1 unit away from the origin. And on considering this term, this is also a real number and e raised to a real number will be always greater than 0. Therefore as this term becomes equal to 1, we will obtain the equation as this is less than or equal to integral over 0 to pi e raised to minus R sin t dt. As R tends to 0, as R tends to 0, we will obtain this as e raised to, as capital R tends to infinity, we will obtain this as e raised to infinity and that is less than or equal to 0. Therefore, integral over c1 f of z dz is less than or equal to 0. Now, this was our equation and we obtain all the terms. First we find out integral over minus r to r f of x dx plus integral over r to r f of x dx. Then we find out this term and then this term. And we have find the values. We have find every values when capital R tends to infinity and small r tends to 0. Therefore, our equation integral over c f of z dz equal to 0 now becomes this two values 2I into integral over 0 to infinity sin x by x dx plus minus I pi plus 0 equal to 0. That is 2I into integral over 0 to infinity sin x by x dx equal to I pi, and on taking 2I to this side and cancelling I, we will get our required solution, that is integral over 0 to infinity sin x by x dx equal to pi by 2. Thank you. Hope everything is clear. Thank you.